Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 6 of Seaopolis. Today, let's get started by trying to work with the caged mobs mod in this pack. So as far as I can tell, looking at the recipes here, caged mobs functions kind of like the bonsai pots, where you grow trees or plants, but instead of growing trees or plants, you effectively speaking grow mobs. So you just put the mob's DNA sample, some base block here. This is kind of like equivalent to the dirt. Ooh, that's trippy. You grow your trees on, but the base block is never consumed, and you get drops. Wow, magic. What does this say? Requires lighting upgrade. So I guess there's upgrades for the system, presumably to make it faster, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I want to try it out. So step one is to make the mob cage. This is done in the miniaturization field projector, or sorry, just a field projector using this set of stuff. I've already crafted the field projectors, so let's go ahead and set these up. These take a little bit of space, so let's put it over here. And you can use, I just want to see how large these get. I'm not terribly interested in actually making compact machines. So it looks like 5x5 is the largest it ever gets. You can do the smaller recipes in the larger fields. So I will make one that is large enough to do 5x5 miniaturization graphic. Once you have the field projectors in place, they form this nice little area that tells you, hey, build your thing in here. So in order to build the mob cage, we have to build this structure. I presume it's a little weird because you can't actually see what's inside. Oh no, this there you go. Now you can see what's inside. Will you stop spinning at the speed of light? But yeah, it's effectively just like a box and a box and a box, a 5x5 box and a 3x3, or a 1x1 and a 3x3 and a 5x5. So this is the innermost, outside that. Anyways, to do that, we have to first make the compact machine walls, and then when we're done with that too, you have to throw a tiny compact machine into it. So you build this structure, or you build this structure shown here. Let's see, where's the show me everything button? You build this structure shown here using these blocks, then you throw this block in, and then it does its thing, and then you get this block out. That's how you read this JEI page. All right. So I think the quests had that gated in a reasonable way. We have to make the compact machine walls first. This gives us 4 walls for every Flux core, Obsidian, and Blazewood. All right, well, let's start with the Flux core, I guess. This, of course, Eyes of Ender, that's a little annoying. A lot of Obsidian, so I do need to automate Obsidian. All right, let's start there. Automate Obsidian, and Flux dust is pretty easy, I think. We literally just have to drop... Yeah, we just have to drop Obsidian onto Bedrock. I guess the question is, where do I get Bedrock from? Oh no, here we go. We can pour Obsidian over Redstone to get our first pieces of Flux, and then we can use a Flux block as the bottom block. Once we have, oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have to make 9 pieces this way, and then we can do it easy way. I assume there is Obsidian way at the bottom there, but it's probably easier to just make 9, or there's Bedrock at the bottom, but it's probably easier to make Obsidian, make Flux by hand on the smelter than it is to try to get down to the Bedrock. To automate the production of Obsidian, the starting point is lava, so I'm going to jump up there, you're gonna get poisoned, Jimmy. I'm gonna melt crushed netherrack in a crucible. I'm just taking some of the netherrack from our netherrack crushers here, storing it in a drawer, moving it over to here via refined storage, melting it with the uranium. So this way we get effectively free lava. We could melt it with a magma crucible, but then we have to pay for it, and free is better than paid for, right? It's also quite quick when melted with uranium. As we saw, we just got those 4 buckets there in just about no time. Then we need, I'm going to store some of it into a tank just so that we always have lava on tap. I think lava is one of those things, I had a tank on me already, we will always need in at least some quantity. It'll always be useful. So I'm going to also store it like so. These pipes are just better than using a spout or a funnel, whatever this thing is called. A faucet to pour fluids. This is just faster. All right, so we'll keep at least a basic tank. I can upgrade that as we go. But like it makes 100 millibuckets every half second or so, I'd say. So it's relatively quick. All right, now that we have that, we just need a vacuum. Is that what it's called? A vacuum chiller? Vacuum? No. It was a chiller, right? One of the new thermal blast or machines. A blast chiller. It's like part vacuum freezer, part blast furnace. And that can just directly turn lava into obsidian. I wonder if 8,000 R is pretty quick. I wonder if there's a faster way. I mean, the casting basin's free. Well, no, it's not. We have to. Yeah, that doesn't help us any. So the blast chiller is probably the easiest way to do this. I'm starting to dislike the use of this basic fluid tank here. While it's got any fluid in it, it seems to emit light as if it has that fluid in it, which is reasonable, but that means that it's causing it to blink like this. And while I'm not epileptic, I don't want to cause any E1 seizures. Different tank seems to solve that problem, and it's even larger. I think this is like 32 buckets. Maybe it's 16 buckets. I guess I can check. I have one of them. Technically, I have one filled with lava already. It's 32 buckets. So it's a larger tank. It doesn't blink. Excellent. So anyways, this is automated obsidian, which apparently doesn't compact. That's all right. Now I just need to turn some of that into flux. While this crafts here, I need to do something about this clicking sound. It's driving me insane. I've reduced it a bit by making this send at least 32 items at a time. So it sends it in larger batches, so it's not constantly clicking away. This one, however, is because I'm not using a filter, I'm trying to send everything. I don't have a way to tell it, hey, don't move items unless you have at least X. I'm just gonna try swapping that out for the pipes pipe. So the item pipe here. And we'll have to figure out how this pipes mod works. But I hope it doesn't click. Well, I know it doesn't click. I do want that item back, though. The logistical sorters are a bit of a pain in the butt to craft. So I think the basic pipe doesn't have any UI. You just have to shift right click it with the wrench to toggle it. And that mode, it's kind of like the roughly equivalent to this mode here, right? With the big side being extract mode. So extract inserts into here. I don't think there is an insert mode. I think there's only an extract mode, but this is just a basic pipe. It's sufficient. It's not loud. Not being loud is the biggest thing. There are muffler upgrades for the mechanism stuff, but that requires a metallurgic infuser, which we can actually make. But oh, I guess there's also the built-in sound muffler here, right? Reset. That's wait, no, showing reset sounds. Tile machine. Yes, this one. Never want to hear it again. Is that the mute sound? I think so. Ah, peace and quiet at last. And our flux is crafted, so I can make these. First, some flux cores. Got a quest? Nope. And then a flux block. And now we can use this to craft additional flux out of just plain redstone and a single piece of obsidian. So in refined storage, shift right clicking this gives you half a stack. Whereas I'm used to shift right clicking, putting one item on my cursor. I'm sure there's, I guess, shift scroll gives you one item. Every different storage mod has like a slightly tiny little differences in the way they do how to, like, the way you interact to get, you know, half a stack, half the amount in there. Like right click gets you half the thing on your cursor. It drives me insane to no end how there's no standardization on that. But anyways, now what we can do is, I believe it's, you just place the flux block on the ground, then be another filler block here. Place the obsidian here, throw your redstone in between, and click that. Shift right, oh. Not at all what you're supposed to do. Left click the obsidian. Left click the obsidian, there we go. And then the obsidian drops. turns your redstone into flux, and then you just have to pick it up somehow. My pickaxe clearly can't do that. Perhaps now is as good a time as ever to upgrade our flint pickaxe that has a whopping 85 durability to something better. I assume we can use cobalt for that. That has diamond mining level. Diamond mining level is lower than obsidian, isn't it? Like iron is diamond mining level, at least if it's based on the old way of classifying mining levels. No, iron is iron mining level. Okay. At least in Minecraft 1.12, mining level was the highest tier material that that thing could mine. So an iron pickaxe could mine diamond, thus it had diamond mining level. But in theory, if we can find something that is netherite mining level that I can make, you know, I'd be all for it. Manulin? What's manulin an alloy of now? Cobalt and molten debris. So that's ancient debris. That's not happening. What are some of these things? Hepta something or another. Obsidian, cobalt, copper. I can make this stuff. I guess this is like cobalt, copper, obsidian. It's similar to what was that pink alloy previously called in Tinker's Construct that everyone would use? Alumite? That was what, obsidian, aluminum, and iron or something? Looks like a similar thing. Is its mining speed good? 10? Oh yeah, that's real good. All right, so this is, I guess, the new super material. 1 block of obsidian to 1 ingot of cobalt to 2 copper. And I guess this could be an introduction to a new Tinker's Construct mechanic. There appears to be the heat number here actually matters now. So we need a heat or a fluid that is at least 1400 degrees to cause the alloy. So lava, not hot enough. I guess there's only 2 options, lava or molten blaze. So we're going to have to upgrade our thing to blaze. And that's easy enough. I have a fair bit of blaze powder. We can melt that in here. And then I guess I'll just make another one of these. For most of our reactions, we can just use the lava sear tank. But for certain high temperature operations, no, I can do this, right? Yeah. Craft back into blocks. I love this seared cobble to seared brick recipe. I hope that is just part of Tinker's Construct going forward. Seared tank. All right, and then we'll fill this one up with blaze. Can I not do that? A little annoying. Guess the bottoms. I can here. We'll do a 2-tank solution then. We can click this tank on that to get it out, and then this tank on that. Bam! Science. Swap this to that, and that should alloy our. There we go. Alloy our heptazon. The thing is, it goes through the blaze relatively quick, so that's why I think once we have our heptazon all alloyed up, just switch it back to that tank. Huzzah! You can't have 2 different fluid tanks in one smelter, can you? That's like breaking the rules, right? No, it's not breaking the rules. Maybe it uses the lava until it needs the hotter fluid. I'm not quite sure what that'll do. Let's repair our pickaxe one last time with flint and then swap out the head. Yeah, netherite mining level, 10 mining speed. Sign me up. All right, now we can actually, hopefully, mine that piece of obsidian. I wonder, could we have this cardboard box did all along? That's probably even easier. That's way easier. But we'll store our cardboard box when it's there, when it's not in use. Because even this relatively fast tool is still slow at mining obsidian. All right, well, we have the tool anyways. It's faster at like mining cobblestone, so it won't go to waste. Next up on item picking up weirdities, if I were to right click this right now, how many items do you think would go on my cursor? The default behavior is half, right? So what is half of 3? Is it 1 or 2? I mean, technically neither, but this gives me 1. All right. However, if I put this in a chest and do it, guess how many I get? 2. Drives me insane. Enough of me ranting. The next component that goes into the compact machine is blaze wood. So this is made by pouring molten blaze onto wood. Sensible enough. However, this is a whole like 20 or 100 millibuckets of blaze is 5 blaze rods, and each blaze wood makes 4 walls. It takes 26 walls just to make a single mob cage, and that's just to make the cage itself, not to mention the compact machine here, which takes another 27 walls. So we're looking at a lot of blazes needed. For this, I think I want to try to come up with a blaze spawner. So my plan is to go grab one of the vanilla blaze spawners from the nether. However, you may have noticed that there's actually no vanilla blaze spawner in the nether. The nether is a void world. However, based on the way this here is described, oh, not that one. There's another tab here somewhere. The nether. It seems like if we use the map generator, we can find fortresses. And once we find fortresses, it sounds like those generate. So let's go ahead and make ourselves... All right, that seems pretty useless. How am I supposed... Oh, there we go. Okay, we can make necrotic bones. I'm about to say, if we need necrotic bones to make the map, All right, so, yeah, let's see about making one of these so we can go find a fortress in the nether, snag its blaze spawner, and then probably just melt blazes in a smeltery for the time being to make blaze. Let's take our map generator to the nether and see if we can figure out how it works. I assume it points me towards the thing it's supposed to do, but... Alright, it literally doesn't do anything on its own. Creates a map to another fortress when broken in the nether. Break it, and we have... Well, so tell me there's another fortress. What direction is that? Southwest? Like in that way-ish? Let's go back and make a jetpack. I don't know why these fences are here. Let's go back and make a jetpack to make exploring the void here a little bit less deadly. Couple of jetpack options in the pack. We have iron jetpacks, the mechanism ones, or the super high tier mechanism ones. So while we could probably scrounge together the mechanism ones, it require a little bit of progression. So let's just go with the iron jetpacks. You start with wood tier, work your way up. This stuff might use a fair bit of iron. We'll see how high we can get. I mean, even if we have to use like a copper jetpack, I think we can make do. A tier 0 wooden jetpack. I imagine this is patently awful at being a jetpack. Let's give it a little bit of charge. Don't have much excess energy, so my charging is a little bit slow. I also started charging up a copy paste gadget. We'll put that to use later. But, alright, let's try it out. Engine is off. How do I turn it on? Of course, keybinds are clobbered. Oopsies. So, engine on, hover mode on. Right. It's still toxic up there. Less bad than I expected. Although it's also out of energy already. Yeah, we're gonna... Well, no point charging it now. Let's try to at least get to tier 2. So this is a tier 0, I believe, jetpack. And tier 2 can be electrum or gold. It's 300 arithmetic. That's actually a lot of energy. Yeah, we'll make do. Thankfully, once you get above tier 1, you actually start using gold instead of iron to upgrade the jetpack. Also, by the way, gold and electrum are definitely tier 3 jetpacks, I can read. But I'm super low on iron, swimming in gold, because we get gold both from sifting overworld matter, I think, as well as sifting netherrack. So I'm swimming in gold, but short on iron, which is, I don't know, I find that somewhat ironic. But yeah, that makes these higher tier jetpacks, functionally speaking, cheaper than the lower tier one. All right, so, oopsies, I may have made too many batteries. One bronze jetpack, so that's 120. And there's, let's go all the way to, yeah, let's go up to gold. Are they the same? Are there slight differences? The Invar one is slightly more energy for slightly more armor. I don't think I care about the difference. To power this jetpack, we're going to need a bit more than what our wind generators here can put out, I think. This charging is going to take the better part of literally forever. So let's just buy a couple more wind generators. How close am I to C-Bucks to 200? I'm at 150. Well, let's spend... Well, let's see how much we have. 152. We'll spend maybe, I think these were $15 each. So let's spend $60 to buy 4 more. Maybe we can just make them. Hold on. Solar, or no. Wind generator. Osmium. We can actually make the metallurgic infused. All right, let's do that real quick. One more step in our detour. We'll make our wind generators now instead of buying them. All right, step 1, make metallurgic infuser. This setup will be temporary here because I want to be able to speed, set them up for automation later. But for the wind generator, we need a whole bunch of infused alloy and a little bit of basic control circuits. So that's redstone infused obsidian, or redstone infused osmium, and redstone infused iron. Can we make a enrichment chamber as well to make enriched redstone? No, that requires casings. Oh, no, that requires steel. We can make steel. Screw it. We have plenty of redstone. We won't be efficient quite yet. We don't have plenty of redstone. We'll put efficiency off for later. So if I throw 32 redstone in here, it fills that up. Basically, if I were to turn the redstone from redstone dust into redstone plates or whatever, enriched redstone, we increase its yield by 8x. But oh well, we're gonna run out of iron before we run out of redstone. So this turns iron into the enriched alloy, I believe, basic alloy, something alloy, infused alloy. I knew it. And then we can do the same thing with osmium afterwards. So this is a little on the slow side. Can we? Oh look, we completed a quest. Can we make it into a basic factory? Quite easily. In fact, let's swap you over to this. Make 2 pieces of that. The basic factory has 3 slots instead of 1. Now, the higher tier factories get a little bit more complicated, but just having 3 processing slots is literally 3 times as fast. Of course, it also makes it take 3 times as much energy, but each slot uses... Oh no, I guess this shows the total energy used. So 60 arithmetic, I'll deal with it. We can actually make this one pretty soon. Yeah, let me turn off auto balance. I can throw those in there. And then once we have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 pieces of infused alloy can make us the advanced tier. And that is a 5-slot processor. There's also upgrades you can put in to speed it up, but those take other resources. And upgrade. So I also forgot that the control circuits now actually take 2 redstone per, as opposed to 1 if you don't enrich your redstone. So each redstone produces 10 millibuckets of the mechanism infused type. This is like, you know how mechanism adds gases? Well, they've added another, not liquid, not gas, something in between, called infused types apparently, but functionally it's a liquid. Mechanism likes to be confusing like that. But yeah, each piece of redstone dust only makes 10 if you don't enrich it. Anyways, that's fine. I think that's just enough for now. So let's see about making a couple solars. Or nope, not solars, wind generators. A good chance to use auto crafting. So if I want 4 of these, I need 12 more infused alloy. I can do that. That's 12 iron. Oh boy, I can almost do that. And redstone. All right, do the thing. With 4 more windmills, I make, well, more energy. However, I still don't have a great way to charge this thing besides literally placing it into each windmill in turn. If I could make like a energy cell of some sort, probably the mechanism one would be ideal. We could just use that to charge it in one place, but I can't make that without steel yet. So on second thought, instead of doing this, I should just make a little bit of steel to make that thing. What are you doing, Jimmy? Make steel the mechanism way. You put iron through your infusing factory, giving it carbon, or like coal or charcoal or similar. That gives you enriched iron. And then you take that and you jam it through the metallurgic infuser again. So basically 2 coal to 1 iron if you aren't using an enriching factory or enricher or whatever. I think there's an enriched... Maybe there is. Here we go. Yeah, enriched carbon. That produces 80, I think. Is there a way to see? Yeah. So enriched carbon is 80, whereas regular coal or whatever is 10 or 9, depending on if it's blocks. But whatever, coal is plentiful, so and I don't have an enricher, so we make do with what we've got. But then once you get the steel dust, you can just smelt it, I think. Yeah, smelt it, blast furnace it, yada yada yada, get you steel, melt it in a smeltery. Your favorite steel production method. Access to steel ingots, we can now make the steel casing. A calculator? Oh no. For some reason I thought that was like one of the blocks from the calculator mod. I was like, oh, don't tell me we have to do that mod. Where's my steel casing? Make us one of those. No? This one of the... Oh, come on. Make a steel casing to complete the quest, and that even completes the intro to Mechanism chapter. Huzzah. 2 energy. Uh-oh. We're using all of our resources, and apparently I've used the very last of my redstone. Alright, shift faster. So now we can make a basic energy cube. This thing doesn't hold much power. 1.6 billion RF is not a lot. But what I can do with it is just use it as a charger. So I'll place it here. I think... No, it is not bi-directional. So energy can only flow into it for now. Basically excess energy. That's... I assume Mechanism Network's smart enough anyways to lowest priority send into energy cubes. It prefers to send into machines first. It used to be like that, so I suspect it's still like that. Anyways, we can drop a jetpack in here now and it can charge it. It doesn't charge any faster than dropping it into the windmills individually, but it does mean that it'll have to go visit each windmill to empty it out. So anyways, once this gets a couple million RF, it's probably good enough that we can take it out to the nether for a spin. Let's claim our things here. Are we at 200 C-bucks yet? 165. I wonder if there's some low-hanging fruit I can just like do in the process. Yeah, let me just do some of these quests to try to work our way towards 200 C-bucks. This should finish out that chapter. We've completed the wooden tech chapter at last for 2 more C-bucks, giving us 177. All right, a little bit left to go, but I think I've managed to kill enough time. We should be able to grab our mostly charged jetpack and go find ourselves that fortress. Perhaps I should make at least some basic armor as well. I have fire resist potions from our piglin bartering, so that's good. In fact, almost completely charged. Charge that as well, even though we can't use it. Is this enchantable? It is, but I don't have an enchanting. I forget the enchants. I'm gonna make probably diamond helmet and legs. I have plenty of diamonds, so may as well put them to use. Alright, so now we have some armor and some fire resists. I'll take the regular ones. You know what? Can I make a atomic disassembler? No, I can't. Dang it. At least not easily. Just an iron sword for now then. So, this jetpack is quite fast, I believe. And once we get over here, we should no longer get poisoned for hovering, which is good. Alright, let's put a marker here that this is our portal, so we know where to come back to. Check on our map, which is this way. And hopefully we can... Oh, pretty close already. Find our way to the fortress. Maybe we weren't that close. Oh, here it is. We're on the map. And there we go. It did generate. Perfect. Let's put a marker here. Drink a fire resist potion. And I'm going to try to go kidnap a blaze spawner. They're easy enough to spot from overhead. There's a lot of mobs though. I guess because there's nowhere else for the mobs to spawn. There's one. You're coming with me. Alright, that's all I needed. So I guess we can just leave. See ya. On second thought, while I'm here in fire resistant, I'm still looking for the chests. I don't know what kind of loot we'll find in it, if it'll be useful in the slightest, but it can't hurt. And we've got pork runes. I've never figured out what those are for. Probably do. Look. And we've got the advancer for making. Ow! He one-shot me. Did he not? I was full health in armor. He's playing music, so I'm not mad. Hope this still works. We can craft our last ender pearl. Craft an ender pearl with our key to teleport back to it. Good. It would have been real hard to. Would have been a bit difficult to go back otherwise. Yeah, get me out of here. I don't want to fight that anymore. I'm done. Now that I've gone through the trouble to get this thing, I think I'm actually just going to kill a few by hand, as opposed to setting up a smeltery to melt them in. I hope they spawn here in the overworld. It'd be real awkward if they don't. This is almost definitely dark enough. Well, I guess we'll spawn them in the nether. Definitely lost track of why I was doing this. At this point, why don't I just kill the ones that are naturally spawned? And I'm immune to... Oh my gosh, I'm too fast. I'm immune to their fire damage, so they can't hurt me except when I high-five them. That's the quest. I think I also have a quest to kill that guy. I'm really bad at Minecraft combat. I don't have any ender pearls left. Oh, alright. I'm gonna go trade with more piglins to get ender pearls. I think that's enough embarrassing myself trying to do combat today. So I've just been hitting some random quests that I am able to complete to get C-Bucks, and that is exactly 200. So I think it's time we went to the shop and bought ourselves a scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do I need to slot? It can wear in any of our bauble slots. So, look at that. I am immune to poison now, so I can pick out what's on top of this tower, which is apparently a couple blocks of gold. Cool. Well, yeah, I think that'll be it for today. We'll come back next time. And are those phantoms? Have I not slept? Nope, those are Vexes. Interesting. But anyways, we'll come back next time and continue our journey towards doing the mob stuff. I was hoping we'd get there today, but I probably took a few more detours than was strictly necessary and got a little lost along the way. But anyways, we'll be back next time to continue our journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.